Heyo, welcome to Friday Night System Outage. I'm your host, Charles. So we're finally back to some more regular content this week. I've played a little bit of some draft stuff last week and gave you a hint of what I was going to play this week. But throughout, in between last Friday and tonight, I started kind of reevaluating what I wanted the deck to really do. So to start off, it's going to be a Seder Laboratories deck, which says, the first time each turn the runner loses or spends a click during a run, you may add one card from archives to the top of R&D. Oh, hey, I'm glad you like the music, Hacktivist. Okay, so basically what that means is that for this ID, you want to be taxing as many clicks from the runner as you possibly can. And the main way that we're going to do that during runs, well, there are two main ways. One is the defensive 5-3 agenda, Ikawa Project, which was released in the Katara cycle, the newest cycle of cards, and it says, as an additional cost to steal Ikawa Project, the runner must spend 1 click and 2 credits. So every time that they steal Ikawa Project, unless they have Employee Strikeout, which is a runner current, stays in play until an agenda is scored, and it blanks the corporation's ID ability. So in this case, it prevents me from placing cards from archives on top of R&D when a click is spent. So with the exception of that current being in play and a couple other fringe cases, anytime that they steal this agenda, I get to put a card back on top of R&D. Not into R&D, on top of R&D. And that's kind of a big deal because, well, one, it's recursion. Well, hang on. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry. The other way is through ICE. So my restricted card is Fairchild 3.0, which is a 6-cost, 5-strength code gate. It's a Bioroid. And it says the runner can spend 3 clicks to break up to 3 subroutines on Fairchild 3.0. Now this one is different from a lot of other Bioroid ICE, and one of the signature things about Bioroid ICE is that they're kind of porous. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is you can click through a lot of Bioroid subroutines. So it might not tax the runner's economy, but it taxes their turn. For instance, they could spend an entire turn getting into a remote only to find out that it's an asset that they may or may not be able to afford to trash, or they may not even want to trash, and that's their whole turn. Arguably, that's better than taxing economy. But what I mean by it's porous is, yes, they can get through. That means that you can't always keep runners out of a server with Bioroid ICE, which is why you have to stack it. So the thing with Fairchild 3.0 is if they hit it on any click other than the first, they are beholden to the subroutines, and they are really bad. For instance, the runner must pay 3 credits or trash one of his or her installed cards. That repeats again, and then the last subroutine is do 1 brain damage or end the run, and the flavor text says, in battle I take half the slain. Another thing that's important to note, other than this being a restricted card, is that the last subroutine, do 1 brain damage or end the run, is at the discretion of the corporation. So it really just depends on, do you want to try to snipe something out of their hand and reduce their maximum hand size, which can become a huge handicap later in the game, or do you just want to keep them out of the remote? So this is one of my most taxing pieces of ice. Also, I have Fairchild 2.0. It is 4 cost, 3 strength, Bioroid code gate. And it says the runner can spend 2 clicks to break up to 2 subroutines on Fairchild 2.0. And the first 2 subs are the same. The runner must pay 2 credits or trash one of his or her installed cards and do 1 brain damage. So this one doesn't keep them out at all. I have Naja, which is one of the newer pieces of ice from the Katara cycle. It's a Bioroid barrier, 2 to res, 2 strength, 2 in the run subroutines, commonly referred to as ETR in the run, and the runner can spend a click to break any subroutine. And then Ravana, which is a 3 cost, 5 strength Bioroid code gate. The runner can spend a click to break either of the 2 subroutines. This one's pretty cool though. It says resolve a subroutine on another piece of resed Bioroid ice, and that occurs twice. So if they can't click through it and they can't break it, then it's kind of like hitting a Fairchild 3.0, sort of, because in theory you could do brain damage twice, you could do brain damage once in the run, you could do any mix of this up to 2 subroutines. So that's pretty nasty. And then we do have 2 Satyr adaptive barriers. It's 4 cost, 4 to res, 2 strength barrier, and it has +1 strength for each piece of ice protecting the server in the run. So this is kind of our early rush ice. So something a little unique about this piece of ice is even if it's the only piece of ice on a server, it gets +1 strength. So it will always have at least +3 strength. So building this huge remote or a huge central server can really make this thing snowball out of control. Okay, so we have a couple fast advanced tools here. We have 2 MCA austerity policies, which causes the runner to lose clicks on their turn, which doesn't activate Satyr's ability. It has to be lost during the run. We have 2 biotic labors, couple of archive memories for recursion, 3 preemptives for even more recursion. We've got some NGOs we can stick in a remote to try to bait runs. And then we have Breaker Bay grids, 2 ashes, which basically can potentially force a runner to go through a certain server multiple times, and it's extremely taxing. We've got 1 Brian Stinson in there because this deck runs pretty poor. And then we have Warroid Tracker, which is an upgrade, 2 to res, 4 to trash. It's a Bioroid, and it says, whenever the runner trashes 1 or more cards in or protecting the server, including Warroid Tracker, that's important, and I'll get to that in a minute. Trace 4. If successful, the runner must trash 2 of his or her installed cards. So, not only, if there's 1 Warroid in the server, and you pay 4 to trash it, not only do you pay 4 to trash it, but then you're looking at a 4 credit trace, and that's assuming the corporation doesn't even boost. So if it's a single Warroid in a server, that's 8 credits minimum. The crazy thing is these cascade off of each other. So the game plan is to have all 3 in 1 server. And it basically, becomes unmanageable or untenable to deal with the Warroids, which will do things like protect your Ash, but more importantly, and why this deck it's kind of janky, it will protect your Urban Renewals. Now this is a new Wayland card, which came out in the Katara cycle. It is an asset, it's hot, it has the hostile subtype, 1 to res, 3 to trash, 4 influence. I spent all of my influence on 3 Urban Renewals and 1 Brian Stinson, which is insane. I don't recommend anyone doing that, but this deck is a lot of fun to play. It's not great, it's wildly inconsistent, but man, is it fun to play. So Urban Renewal says, place 3 power counters on Urban Renewal when it is rezzed. When there are no more power counters left on Urban Renewal, Trash it and do 4 meat damage. When your turn begins, remove 1 power counter from Urban Renewal. Okay, so for some of the newer players that might be watching, the way this works is the runner's turn ends, and at the end of their turn, you res Urban Renewal for 1 credit. It has 3 power counters on it. Your turn begins, it immediately drops to 2 power counters. So you always want to res... you almost always want to res assets right at the end of a runner's turn. Things like Adonis campaign, Maryland campaign, things that give you money when your turn begins. There is a resing window at the end of the runner's turn in which you can do that to take full advantage of it. Because if you started your turn, did your mandatory draw, and then resed it, it would have 3 power counters, and it would be on the table 1 whole turn longer than it needed to. And this is a must-trash asset. Every time you res it, the runner will have to come get it or suffer some massive card loss. So the idea really is, yes, we can score out. We do run 3 elective upgrades. It's a 5/3 agenda, and it says place 2 agenda counters on elective upgrade when you score it. Spend a click in a hosted agenda counter. Gain 2 clicks. Use this ability only once per turn. So score 1 elective, and you can fast advance 2 Project Vitruviuses out of hand. So basically, if you score an elective and you find 2 Project Vitruviuses, you win the game. Unless they're running something like the Source, which... any card that increases the advancement requirement or prevents you from scoring out on the turn that you install them. Yeah, it's a fun deck. It is. It's not great, but it is fun. So let's go ahead and give this one a spin. Alright, make hands visible as always. Oh, by the way, this is something I need to start crediting in my videos. The opening intro music was written by a close friend of mine. His name is Josh Sharo, Sharo, and you can find his music on iTunes. He makes a lot of electronic music. Really, really talented young artist. And he made that song specifically at my request. And he let me title it, and so I call it At the Speed of Rad, which is ridiculous, but I think it's funny. Alright, now we just need to wait for someone to drop in here and play with us. So next week, I'm thinking about potentially doing a 419 deck. I really like the ability of expose and stuff. Now we're gonna keep this because money is a real issue for this deck. So honestly, this isn't the best opening hand, but we can keep them out of R&D. Well, man, freaking Omar. Omar's an Anarch runner that says, spend a click, make a run on archives. If successful, instead treat it as a successful run on another central server. Use this ability only once per turn. So we're going to do this. R&D and money. I know he can get around it, but this at least prevents 1. It's strange that he started as Omar, honestly, because Omar only has 12 influence to spend. Oof. Alright, we need some ice. Oh, that is bad. That is really bad. I don't want to throw any of these out. So let's put this in a new remote. We'll make him run. He can trash it if he wants. Not a big deal. We'll be able to get it back either through spinning clicks or archived memories. And we have 2 of them anyways, so not really a big deal. Alrighty. Oh, that's bad. Ma is not good. Not good. Yep, of course. Of course. Alright, we have to draw for ice. Oh, goodness gracious. Do we throw that out? That was probably a mistake. I don't know. Maybe they won't run it. That might have been a mistake, throwing that into archives. We'll see. Man, this is not ideal at all. We are in trouble. Oh, good grief. Alright, well, at least we can get this stuff in there. So this is going to divert a little bit of attention, and it's going to be expensive to deal with. Not really the way I wanted to see this go early on. But, seems bad. That's the idea. I'm Ron Burgundy? Yeah, ideally this would be behind some punishing ice. Yeah, he thinks he has bad draw. Oh, goodness. We really need to find a piece of ice. Ugh, corporate grant. What the crap? I don't even know how to say this one. Dadgummit. Dadgummit. This is a real problem. Ugh. Alright, it is. They're going to have to pay out the nose to trash this. In fact, I don't think they're going to be able to. I don't think they're going to be able to. Ah. Hang on. Sarah? I think he needs to go out. Come here, Spectre. Come here. Come here. Come here. Sorry, my dog's barking. Okay. So we'll let that happen. Draw. Oh, goodness gracious. So they're going to have to spend their turn drawing up. Interesting. Oh gosh, Lamprey, that's bad. Alright, well, we're going to spend this turn purging. Sorry, he was standing kind of funny near the door. He's looking for Fester. So Fester is a card which, when the corporation purges, they lose 2 credits. So it can be real taxing. Ugh, these Maw triggers are killing me. Killing me. All right. Well, this one's going off. I don't think there's any way they can combat that. Yep, they're going to run headquarters here. They better draw. Ugh. Goodness gracious. Well, honestly, this is going a little bit better than I thought it would. Street Peddler, okay. They're blasting through their deck. All 3 urban renewals are in archives, though. Where's all the ice? Goodness. Okay. All right, so if he clicks here, oh yeah, paperclip. That's unfortunate. But what else could I do? Ah! Good grief. So almost my entire economy is in the bin. This is the third of the NGOs, all 3 hedge funds, and well, there's one more IPO. It's not good. It's not good. And we are halfway through the deck. Halfway through the deck, we've seen 3 pieces of ice. Goodness. Okay. Ugh. So bad. All right, let's do this. Yeah, sad face. It's not great. So I need 6 credits. This is gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. We gotta get a Brian Stinson fire off. Because they're going to install something from here on my turn. Trashed an Ash. Not a big deal. Gosh, my internet sucks so much. Put that on archives. Can't res it. Actually, I think we have to. Takes us down to 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 6, 10, 13, 19 credits is what we need. 19 credits. Come here, Spectre. Come here. Come here, puppy. We can't. Spectre. Dang it. I got my one of Kronos. No. Okay. We just have to stay up on credits. So we can afford to res the Ravana and the Fairchild. Oh, they're just going to take it. Interesting. Oh, man. I told you this deck sucks. There's another. There are 5 points in archives. Oh. Let's do it. The only thing they could do is install a FEM from their Street Peddler. Actually, no, they wouldn't even have money to break it. To break it. They can install that for 2. If they have a black or man, wow, going through puberty, I guess. If they have a black orchestra on the Street Peddler, they could install it, and they could pump it twice, which would break all but one subroutine. Oh, dadgummit. Gosh, I hate this freaking internet. I don't even know if anybody can hear this now. That assumes there's people watching. Dadgummit. Dadgummit. That really irritates me. Okay. first. Oops. That's the second one. Okay. Yep. Oh, this is going to be bad. Ruh-roh. What do we do here? Brain damage. Brain damage. No more action. Ah! Alright, yep, so that's game right there. Because there are in archives 5 points of agendas. You as well. Right. Tough game. Ditto, peace in our time. Alright, so that was pretty good. We'll try one more. If my internet still keeps acting up, then I think we're going to cut it early tonight. Alright, we'll try one more with this. Uh-oh. Haha. Kevin Tame. Alright, the Hacktivist. So Kevin Tame, also known as the Hacktivist on YouTube, I highly recommend checking out his videos. Oh. Like I was saying, Kevin Tame, also known as the Hacktivist on YouTube, is a good friend of mine. He is in my local meta. I highly recommend checking out his let's see. I hate telling people like, oh, nope, sorry, waiting on someone. Yeah, Kevin is in my local meta. Really good guy. Really good at Netrunner. You'll see here in a minute when he literally wipes the floor with me. Goodness gracious, what is going on with my internet? It is so bad. He can't. His wife needed him. Alright, so let's do this. Let's make a new one. Alright, so like I said, based on how this one plays out, this might be the last one for tonight. If anyone wants to chip in to buy me better internet, no, I'm just kidding. Oh, man. Okay, let's see. Goodness gracious, freaking Omar. Hey, yo. Thinking Omar equals hard choices. Man. Put us really behind. You know what? Let's try it. We'll put this on archives. Hedge fund. Take a credit. Okay. So that's protected. It's almost certainly a mistake to do that. Okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll get this train started. Hopefully we can get some more ice to put over the remote. He said, wow. Yep, trying something different and stupid. Here's looking at you, stupid. He thinks it's good. It's not good. Spoiler alert. We'll go ahead and get that money. We'll go ahead and spend big. See, this is where I wish we had Warroid trackers. Ooh, man. Alrighty. We're going to get rolling here in a minute. Don't hit the NGO. Don't hit the NGO. Okay. Whew. That's all right. That is all right. Start turn. Alright. Let's try to bluff him on a rush. Nothing to see here, boys. They guessed right on RNG key. I believe that fires. Ooh, but God. Holy crap. Alright. I need to get something on, yeah. Okay. Alright, this is safe in there for a little bit, I think. Come on. Oh, dang it. Alright, let's just pile this stuff on. Let's pile it on. Come on. Spend that money, baby. Honestly, I don't even care if... that's less than ideal. That was a bad placement. All right, we're starting to bounce back a little bit. 9, 12, 15. Okay, so we can res every piece of ice. Huh. I don't think we run any sentries. Okay. Well, we're going to get a Stinson fire, which is good. Really, really good. I don't even care about that. Woo. Okay, so that's going to carry us quite a ways. Quite a ways. Okay. This is so dookie, but... not the way I wanted to win. But... All right, yeah. So, I mean, the honest truth is, I had him once I had locked him out there. What was I gonna draw into? Ikawa, yeah. Man, my agendas were pretty well and buried. Okay, all right. We'll do one more. One more, I think. Internet seemed to hold up fine through that. Yeah, so if you guys can think of an interesting 419 build, or if there's a specific card that you think would be cool to play out of 419, like I basically built this deck as it stands because I wanted to use Satyr's ability to recur Urban Renewal. It was basically a way to play Urban Renewal over and over and over again. As much recursion as I could fit into the deck, with the exception of only having 2 archive memory instead of 3, but you know, potato patata. So if there's some cool like little combo-y thing that you guys can think of for 419, let me know in the comments below, or you can email me at systemoutage@outlook.com. Let's keep it. New remote. Headquarters. Come here, Spectre. Sorry, my dog keeps coming down here tonight. Spectre. All right, so we've got some money. Ah! Leave it. Upstairs. Man, but if they're playing, they're almost certainly playing Kabali and all those cards. Yep, Dean Lister. All right, so they'll be able to get in here. Upstairs. Go. Go. Ooh, this is going to be a rude awakening. He's down here. All right. They're gonna be so mad. Oh, this deck is so mean. Throw out the biotic. I'm almost positive they can't get in, right? Let's... Oh man, this I don't know how, but this match is going like perfectly our way. All right, so now we have everything iced. 4, 8, 11, 15, basically. All right. Still don't see a levy. Oh, we have so many agendas in hand. Holy crap. This is nuts. Oh, that'll do it. That'll do it. This dog is driving me insane. Alright, so Brian's never going to fire. We have almost our entire agenda suite in our hand. That's insane. In like the top 20 cards. Really? Alright, so that fires. They're gonna get an agenda. Hopefully. Ah, dang it. hopefully that puts the pressure on. Dadgummit. Strength 5, 1, 5. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, he doesn't have enough. Oof, I am poor. So poor. He's gonna clean me out. Good, he's doing it in the wrong order. Always trash the Warroid first. Always. He's paying out the nose for this. Look at that. Look at how much money that cost. Why would he? Okay, I was about to say. Just shy. Just shy. So how many more Dean Listers does he have? He definitely has another one, for sure. Might as well. Might as well. He'll never fire, but what are you going to do? 1, 2, 3. Okay. It is taxing. Do brain damage. And they're going to access hedge fund. Ooh, they're on the same old thing. That's a big deal. That is a big deal. Oh, did we freeze? Test. Did he not click? Oh, my bad. Hang on. Whoops. Check out real quick. I'll draw and discard. Draw, discard. Okay. Sorry about that. That was an accident. I didn't see he was clicking credits. Gosh, I'm gonna kill my dogs. Not really. Excuse me. Goodness, excuse me. All right. Man, I don't know if we're going to be able to dig our way out of this one. Yeah, so much money. You can de-res this. Although it costs him twice as much. It costs him a lot more, actually. So we're going to res this every time. Every time. Oh, he's going to have the Dean Lister. So we'll go ahead and money up. Excuse me, goodness. Whew, man, if I win this, it is by the skin of my teeth. Literally by the skin of my teeth. Because it's going to cost an MCA, a fully loaded MCA, and a biotic labor to score out. Okay, 2 sports hoppers. put back in an urban renewal. Urban renewal. We'll put in an NGO. Because we want to start jamming stuff in here. Well, it's hard. Really need to find that. Good game, well played. Super tense. Okay, well, that's that. Yeah, so that's the deck. It's not great. You can see I've played 8 games. I've only won 2. Not ideal. But it's a lot of fun. And every time I play it, I have fun, even though, like I said, it sucks. Alright, so like I said, next week I'm going to be playing 419, I'm pretty sure. Not really sure what I'm going to build for that deck. If you guys have ideas, please let me know. I suck at this so much. I mean, this video is evidence that I suck at this. You can put it in the comments below. You can hit me up on Twitter, SystemOutage on Twitter, or you can email me at systemoutage@outlook.com. I'm also handle SystemOutage on StemHack, the Slack channel. So until next week, peace in our time.